Hey, it's the artist of ShawnShawn.co, and I do email specials. I thought today I'd do like something a little different. Tell you one of these crazy stories I had while I was living in Germany. So I was living in Germany. I was bartending. About, your normal shifts, 10 to 1 o'clock in the morning. So I was really used to it. And then I started my master's program in Belgium. But I didn't want to give it that nice, easy, juicy $50, $100 a night tip money from bartending. Easily pay for my gas money. So, and my wife was living in Frankfurt, and I'm going all the way to Belgium, which is literally during the day, regular traffic, 5-6 hour trip. So it's really brutal. And I got the idea. I knew when I bartended, there would be literally no one on the road, right? So I'm like, maybe I'll try that at night. So I started driving at 10 and I would arrive at 1. I was like, wow, this is great. I'd save 3 hours out, 2 or 3 hours out of the trip, literally down to 3 hours, because of Germany, as you know, on the Autobahn, certain sections, it's unlimited. It's literally like a sign like this with 3 lines going through it. That means pedal the metal, man. Anyway, so you see the sign. That's the best part about living in Germany, the Autobahn, right? But the other part about the Autobahn, which is crazy, they've on the exits they kind of screwed them up. Instead of, like in America, they have these nice clover leaves where you can take it like 30, if you're a little dairy, maybe at 50. So by the time you hit the freeway, you're going from like 30 or 50 and you get to 65, 70, whatever the speed limit is, or even 55. You're right there, You're really not affecting traffic. But in Germany, what they do is they save money on the land, like these idiots, and they make these hairpin corners, so they're literally like 15, 20 miles an hour, right? And then they're merging in traffic, and these people are going like 80, So anyway, so I'm driving, and I'm coming up in the roads, curving around like a slight curve to it, right? And they've been doing construction during the day, so they had all this construction. They took the traffic off the road and then onto the exit road, right? So you merge onto the exit road, and they got a hairpin thing. And it goes for a while, and then it gets back on the highway, and I guess they're doing some construction there, right? So I'm doing like 160K or something, like 100 miles an hour. And so then I go, oh, this is the exit. There's no one on the road, right? So I'm like, I'll slow down to 100K, which is like 60 miles an hour. I'm kind of pushing it. It should be I think it was like 40K, 50K exit. So no, it was like, maybe they say 60K, so that's like 40 miles an hour, 35 miles an hour, which makes sense, right? You're going through an exit area already. So I'm like, screw that, dude. I'm going to do 100K. Because I knew that all the speed cameras in Germany, they're always on the highway, but they're not on these exits, right? They're not going to set up just for a special exit. So there's no way you're going to get caught there, right? So I'm like, oh, screw it. That's going to slow me down. So I go on the off ramp going 100K, right? And all of a sudden, man, off this hairpin corner, dude, comes this fucking two truck, the semi with 2 trailer come out right in front of me, man. He's going like 40K, 30K. He's literally going like 15, 20 miles an hour, just barely starting to, and I'm like, oh shit, man, hit the brakes. And I'm downshifting, hitting the brakes. And the crazy thing, I have front wheel drive, right? So you're hitting the brakes on the front wheels, and you're downshifting the front wheels. Like, all you're having is the front wheels, right? So I'm like right behind this guy, right up his ass. And then I finally slowed, and I was within a couple feet of him, right? I'd gone from maybe 100 feet, and then like, whoa, right up his butt. And this guy probably didn't even know. He's like, hey, whatever, driving into the freeway. Like, he's going normal speed, right? Why should he worry about some crazy speeder? So anyway, after that, I'm like, for literally, so I'm like, I pull over to the next Oasis, I think it was off the side of the road, but anyway, so I pull this truck stop, and I'm just there for like half an hour drinking coffee, like, oh, dude, I almost died. Anyway, that's my story of the day. Don't speed through X-ray. I don't do that nowadays. A little older, a little wiser, but you know, I was 27, 28. You know, in your 20s, you're really confident and you have really good driving skills. But unfortunately, because you have really good reaction time, you think you can really push it like something crazy, like do 100K in a 40K exit. Like, that's like, what was I thinking, right? Like, you're not really thinking. But yeah, again, there's no one on the road. But yeah, I almost died in Germany that day. Ah! All right, hope you enjoyed my story. Talk to you guys later.